in Toronto. Well, Toronto was one of the cities that was announced to win the bid for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. But now the costs are in and it's up because of inflation. It's estimated up to be about $300 million, including a 10% contingency. Well, the FIFA Men's World Cup is the world's most watched sporting event with global viewership of 4 billion people for the entire competition, which is an upwards of 200 million for each match. So this is a big deal that Toronto is hosting the games. And as the World Cup is held every 4 years, and essentially it's believed that it will, generate significant economic and cultural benefits to host cities, and Toronto being one of them in 2026, along with the United States and Mexico. Well, it's going to be significant as there's going to be 80 matches to be staged across the 16 cities in North America, and 10 matches are expected to be in Canada. And on June 16th of 2022, City of Toronto announced as it was going to be the official host. We did a YMedia special report on this. If you missed it, please go to our social media at YMedia on Facebook or YouTube. You can watch a special report on FIFA and its history and what it means for the host cities, and now when it comes to Toronto. But now when it comes to the estimated cost, well, the estimated cost is $307 million of GDP impact. It's going to create 3,300 jobs. And when it comes to visitors, overnight stay, when it comes to hospitality industry and hotels and accommodations, that's 174,000 overnight visitors, and 292,000 room nights generated a projected municipal accommodation tax revenue of $3.5 million. And essentially, host cities are, quite excited because they think that the economic benefit that would come to the city when it comes to tourists coming into town, and as they would, stay in accommodations and hotels in the city and go to restaurants and visit attractions, that it would generate the income of what the city would spend in terms of tax dollars to host it, because essentially it would need to build out stadiums that would be that would meet the standards and requirements for FIFA. But this is something that many people are also sometimes against, saying that the economic benefit isn't really there, and those massive stadiums that are built to host FIFA games or any other, whether it's the Olympics, well, they go essentially unused. So this is something that is, usually debated every time there's a host city for one of these big sporting events. But of course, when it comes to FIFA, well, the city is going to go ahead. We want to hear your comments on this. Join in on the conversation when it comes to this specific issue on Facebook at YMedia. We'd love to hear your thoughts, as now due to inflation, well, the costs will be going up. That's something that City Council is also going to be having to deal with when it comes to footing the bill.